Check out Seneca, come take a look around. From library stories to Main Street sounds, neighbors and news where voices connect. Check out Seneca, what's coming up next?
Welcome listeners to a very special episode of Check Out Seneca.
Yes, and you're riding along with Kate and Kylie as we're on the way to some continuing education.
Yes, it's a special episode because it's Kate and Kylie on the road.
On the road. So here we go. We're on the road.
And unfortunately, we could not bring Chad with us because he did not need to nor want to attend this continuing education with us.
No,
So
he did not.
maybe at some point we'll have to do some pauses. Maybe we can edit Chad in. He can add some thoughts as we go.
We can get his opinion.
Yeah. But so I think one of the things that we wanted to talk about today is, as Kate said, we're heading to some continuing education. For those that don't know, Kate is on the Chamber and Main Street Board, which I am the director of. So this is a Kansas Main Street training that they're doing.
So I'm kind of excited because this is about Main Street. This is the first away event for the Chamber that I have been able to attend. So I'm interested to hear what is going to be presented and to meet some different people that are on chamber boards in the state of Kansas.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited too because honestly, it's never worked out for any of our board members. So for Main Street, we have quarterly trainings. So we have 4 times a year that we meet with all the other Main Streets throughout the state of Kansas, and we have trainings and we go to the communities. Actually, we hosted a training last June in Seneca. We had about 35 people come into Seneca for a training that was hosted there. But normally it doesn't ever work out for the board to get to attend the trainings. So it was kind of exciting that Kate was available and able to make the road trip.
So here we go.
Here we go.
All the way to Ottawa.
Yeah. So Kate, what kind of continuing ed do you have to do for the library?
For the library, quarterly, we also have meetings that are a users group meeting. Our software is called Koha, and there are updates to it, just like any other software. And we need to learn what's new and what's improved. And so these meetings are part of that. And we also talk about things that matter to the shared catalog. The Seneca Library is part of the Northeast Kansas Library System, and we have a shared catalog with over 40 other libraries in Northeast Kansas. So there are a lot of different, although we're autonomous and we have our own circulation rules and things like that, there are things that within the community we all have to do the same to make it work.
Right.
So
what if you don't know that about our library, like interlibrary loans are the coolest thing. Like if you want a book and our library doesn't have it, but one of the other libraries in their system does, you can in a sense order it. You put a hold on it on their website, and then they ship it to our library, and you can pick it up and read it. So like it really expands the amount of books
exactly
you have access to.
Right, because there is no library that can hold absolutely everything. So having the shared catalog of books and things is really
I've
great.
never done anything other than a book. Like I've never done discs or anything like that from the interlibrary loan.
Right. There is a lot more than just books. So it's great. It's to explore it though. Come talk to us.
Yeah.
Love to share what's
Come
in
check
your
out the
catalog.
library. But yeah, so for Main Street, a little bit of, if you don't know, many people probably don't, but like Kansas Main Street. So Seneca is a Main Street community. We are Kansas Main Street. We are also an accredited National Main Street organization, which basically means we've got standards and things we have to do yearly in order to maintain that accreditation. And one of those things is attending these trainings. But Main Street is a grassroots style economic development, but they have 4 points that they really focus on. And that's promotion, economic vitality, organization, and design. And that design piece is kind of like the built structure. Like it's the beautification too, but it's kind of like the keeping the historic buildings looking good and,
Right.
and all that. And so our quarterly trainings, typically we have a training each year on each of the 4 points. So it kind of evens out.
Well, besides quarterly trainings, there are other things you do and conferences that
True.
you attend throughout the year.
Yeah, very true. So in addition to Chamber and Main Street, we also wear the tourism hat in Seneca. So I attend yearly the state of Kansas, along with an organization called TIAC, which stands for Tourism Industry Association of Kansas. They put on a yearly conference, the Kansas Tourism Conference, and I always attend that. It's another one that's very interesting. You get to meet with other tourism professionals from across the state, and some of those folks are ones who only do tourism. So it's interesting to see the different ways different towns and different offices work.
Yeah, it's great when you can go to events and find people from communities your size in different areas that have different cultures and just different ways of life, different industry, and find out what they do. It's
Yeah.
you know
On a bigger scale, Kate, you just attended kind of a big conference.
I did. I just recently went to Phoenix. It was a conference presented by the Institute of Museum and Library Services. It was a conference that was geared to rural and small libraries, which was great. So everybody in attendance was from that sector, rural and small libraries. And it was a very interesting week or 4 days in Phoenix. Airfare and hotel were paid for, so the library did not have that expense. So all you were freaking out because thinking we're spending all this money to go to conferences. It was paid for, so I took advantage. And we also have a state conference. The Kansas Library Association has a conference this fall. I am a member of the Association of Rural and Small Libraries. The conference this year is in Mobile, Alabama. I think I'll skip that. And I'm a member of the Mountain Plains Library Association, and there is a conference in La Vista, Nebraska.
Oh,
So I think I will try to attend that because that's within driving distance.
yeah, that's nice. I also attend a national conference some years. The Main Street America puts on a national conference. This last year we were in Tulsa, which was really nice because, again, it was drivable. Hotels were not insanely expensive. We've been on the East Coast a few different times, Philadelphia, Boston, over the years, which are cool cities, but they are pricey. So it's a little bit of figuring out how that all works into the budget. But I wanted to ask you, what do you think the most important part about continuing education is?
The most important part,
Or your favorite part, or both?
I think that for us, for the library is constantly changing. We are not the same library that it was when I started in 2009. It's not the same library that I went to as a child.
Right.
It's constantly changing, and you have to talk to people who are doing the same thing you're doing in different areas and figure out ways to stay relevant to your community. You have to stay relevant to what is happening in the world today. The library is not just checking out books anymore, and there are far too many people who still have that idea.
Right.
But for the library to stay relevant in a community, you really have to learn about what is happening with technology and with society, with medical things. There are just so many different things. It's,
Yeah.
And I think talking with people who do the same thing you do is really important. To learn from them, to vent,
Yes.
to share. It's collaborate.
I 100% agree. Especially, I feel like, and it's probably true in any job, but I feel like, and I would classify both of us as having weird jobs. You have a job that your average person off the street doesn't fully understand everything that you do. And so being able to be in a room full of people who do what you do and understand all of the odd things that you have to deal with is so nice. You feel so seen and are able to come away with some different,
Have validation.
Yes. And even sometimes an encouragement or a different perspective. Sometimes you can be frustrated about something and then you talk to somebody else, you're like, oh, we had the same thing happen and it was just a miscommunication and here's how we fixed it. And it kind of opens your eyes a little to be like, oh, well, maybe this is a simple fix, or it's not, you know.
And one of the things that's really, I think, lacking in society today is communication and relationships with people. So any chance you have to spend time with people, especially those that do what you do, share the same kind of job, to talk with them and share with them is really important.
I agree. And it's another level of that communication and connection with the world, because like we're interconnected in our community, but then like, yeah, you're part of a broader network, and that network can really help in so many senses. Yeah.
Sometimes you do your job and you never leave the confines of your job. You might step out of the office to run an errand, but you're just right there. And to be able to get away from that is, I think it's important. It's self-care. It
is. Well, and I think the other thing is we're so busy doing the job, doing the work. You're in the weeds. These little breaths of air, these little conferences or trainings or whatever, it's really an opportunity to go get re-inspired about what you're doing, or bring out new ideas, or this is a new way we could do something, or I always used to refer to it, I feel like it's kind of like summer camp, like when you were a kid, or when you were in like high school, and you'd go to like, I went to K camp, like, right? Like I was an officer in the K club when I was in high school. And so I went to K camp, and you're in a bubble. You're in this little bubble where everyone is thinking about Ks, or they're thinking about the library, or they're thinking about whatever. You're in this little bubble, and it like just helps you feel refreshed, and like you come back ready to take on the world because you've had this respite.
Yes, and then you feel like you can do your job better.
Yes, exactly. Like it's like, yes, you're learning things, but it's also just this time of like, oh, okay.
It's a refresher.
We can do this again.
Yes.
And
I could do this job.
What do you think about that, Chad?
I'm so glad you could come. Things are just absolutely insane. I have done what I can to keep this under control.
I wanted to add one of those in there because I think it would be very fun.
Yeah. This is, in some ways, it can be the adult equivalent of a field trip, you know?
Yeah, it kind of is.
You know, this is, yeah.
Well, so Kansas is also divided into 6 tourism regions. So we're in the Northeast. And each region has a coalition, basically, that meets. They all have their own rules. We meet quarterly. Northeast meets quarterly. But like, yeah, some of that is like we have our meeting, but then sometimes we like go tour a business, or we go see like a new construction or something. And it's like a field trip. Like you get this little like, ooh, what is going on in whatever town I'm in? And it's really fun, but it also just like, it's really cool to see what other communities are doing. Right. And even if it's not something that's necessarily replicable for our community, or something our community would even want, it's still just really interesting to watch community development in motion.
And sometimes you see what other communities are doing, and you think to yourself, we can't do that, but what we're doing is really good.
Yes.
We're on track. You know, we're doing it too, and that's you know, good too. Then you go to communities that have different budgets, that have different industry,
and or different resources. Like there's several Main Street communities and libraries, I'm sure, that have, you know, a college in their community. And so that is a huge resource that they're able to tap into that we don't necessarily have.
So we're on the road.
Here
we go. We're on the road, and we probably should talk about what is essential for a road trip.
Yes, we wanted to hit on that because it's a very important piece.
Yes, and because many of you will be taking road trips this summer.
Yes, we wanted to give you like Kate and Kylie's guide to a road trip.
Yes, our guide to road tripping.
Yes, road tripping 101, if you will.
Right.
We're going to offer you some continuing education.
you're getting ready to go on the road, and the first thing you have to think about is snacks.
Obviously an essential part
Exactly.
of road
So,
tripping.
what is your go-to in the car snack?
Okay, so this one's going to be a little weird, personal. Okay, I'm going to start with the weird one, and then we're going to go to the obvious one. Okay.
Okay.
So the weird one is, and this is a family thing. This is like something our family has started. If we are going on a road trip, we make peanut butter chocolate Rice Krispie treats.
Oh,
We
that
make a
sounds good.
Some people call them scotcheroos.
Okay.
But like, yeah, we make like a pan of those, and then like you just bring it along with a knife in the pan, and so you can just cut yourself little snacks.
See, that's important. If you're going to have a snack like that, you have to have a way to cut it.
And
you think about these things.
Napkins are important. I will say, since becoming a mother and now having access to like baby wipes all the time, baby wipes, like some wet ones, those are very handy.
Yes.
But then I feel like the obvious one is Chex Mix or Gardettos.
Okay.
Like that's a great road trip snack.
It is.
What would you say is your go-to road trip snack?
Like, I can't go without peanut M&Ms.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, the real good thing to do is you get yourself a bag of Chex Mix and a bag of peanut butter M&Ms, and you dump them together. So then you get that salty sweet thing going on.
See, there it is. It's the salty and the sweet. So you have the peanut M&Ms, and there's a little salty sweet with that, but there's more sweet.
It's more sweet.
You got to have a sweet thing, and I'm kind of with you, like one of those snack mix. Like I would do the Chex Mix or the one that has the little Doritos and the Fritos, little cheesy ones. That, but a salty and a sweet are essential.
Yes. Also, a good thing to have is if you can pack a small cooler.
Yes.
So then you can have your beverages on lock. So obviously some bottled water, and then I would say like soda of your choice.
Right.
You know, that's always good. And it's nice to have that in a little cooler and have a couple cans so that way you don't have to stop all the time. Like, that's nice.
Right. Because sometimes you just need to get there.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about being in a car when you're going on a road trip. It's like your body's like, okay, let's have a snack. You're not even hungry.
Right. Did I just eat breakfast? 100%. But I kind of want a snack.
Yeah. And you're on a road trip, so the calories don't count.
Oh, I will agree with that. I think that should be true. Also, if I'm leaving early in the morning, I need a coffee beverage.
Yes.
This morning I did we left at 7:30, not too terribly early, but we left a little early. So I made my coffee at home. But especially if I'm on a road trip, like when you're on your road trip back or you're on your road trip, I, love to support a nice local coffee shop.
Yes.
Especially if you're in a town that you're not familiar with. That's always kind of a fun way to see the community, is to pop into the local coffee shop. So,
and for me, it's got to be the donut shop.
Oh, okay.
I'm a donut junkie, so if we're in a town and there is a donut shop, I really want to check it out.
Donuts are also another great road trip snack.
Depending on, how sugar coated they are.
True.
How much frosting and jelly are shoved inside.
That's where the wet wipes come in, just in case. I would say another have to have, a must have for a road trip is a good playlist. You need some good tunes.
Good tunes, yes.
So, whatever that means for you and your family, or if you're on a road trip with friends, I love when I'm on a road trip with friends and you listen into the music that we listened to in high school. It's always just because everybody still knows all the words, and you can just kind of have a car-wide karaoke session the whole time.
Yes.
When I'm with my family, maybe a little less so, because Sam does not always appreciate my singing, which is
a shame.
A shame.
Really, he's young. He'll learn.
He better.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, good playlist. You got to have a good playlist. Yeah, you can have snacks and all those things. You have to have something to put your trash in. This is really important.
That's a really good thought.
And if you can find something that you can either hook to something or secure in some way, that's a bonus, so that you don't have it running all over.
That's a really good idea. It's really smart.
It's Alex, when it hangs on the back of the seat here, I can reach it. It doesn't
You know, and then obviously I feel like we just probably should mention, like, you know, make sure your tires are aired up and like do all the safety things before you leave.
Yes.
You know,
Your oil, check your oil, air in your tires.
yeah, all that jazz. Like,
windshield wiper fluid.
yeah, you know, those things are important too. But like the snacks, that's really what we're concerned about. But yeah, I would say that's pretty. You know, cords for your phone, so you can, because you're most
Yes.
likely using maps on your phone and the music. So be sure to have charging devices.
For all the people in your, because
Oh,
not everyone
that's
has the
nice.
same kind of phone.
That's
so
true.
Yeah, make sure everyone is covered there.
I've got this snazzy little portable charger that has ports for like the different plugins. Like it has the lightning cable and it's got a USB-C. So like
Those are handy.
that's really handy. So I mean, if that's in the budget, maybe consider a nice little portable charging unit.
Yeah, right.
Comes in handy.
Right. And so you also, if you're going to go on a road trip, you might want to make sure that the people riding with you have things to do.
Oh, good
So-
idea.
Car games or books. So, you know, grab your books.
Or if like, or maybe as we're not there yet. Sam's only 2, but like I've heard people talk about like you listen to like a book as a family, like
Yes.
in the car. Like I'm like, that sounds like so much fun.
So
Like,
many people do that. That's
Yeah.
great. And the library has mobile hotspots. So you grab one of those and you take it, and then you're not using the data on your phone.
brilliant.
So make sure you check one of those
So
out. this
check one of
summer.
those out before. That is a great road trip essential. Go to the library first. To like, the library can unfortunately not provide you with snacks, but they could maybe give you snack recommendations.
Right.
But the library, get your books, get a hotspot, get, you know, all that stuff. I'm a big Hoopla fan. I do my audiobooks most. If I'm road tripping alone, I typically do an audiobook, and it's usually a Hoopla special.
Yeah. I haven't got into that yet. Because I'm afraid I would get so distracted I would end up in Boston. You know? How did I end up here? I was on chapter 6. I turned left and I should have turned right.
Sometimes I have to make sure the audio for the GPS is turned up when I'm listening to an audiobook, so that way she like interrupts me.
Right.
She's like, turn left here. It's like, oh right, thanks.
Wait, yes. Yes. So,
there you have it.
that's right. There you have it. Take a road trip.
Take a road trip. If it's to some continuing education, great. If it's just for some fun and family vacation, that's probably even better, truthfully.
And there are so many places in Kansas that are within a day's drive that are
Oh,
really cool.
For
So-
sure. We should probably do an episode on that.
Oh, we should. And we have guides at the chamber office
Mhm.
and in the library. We also have Kansas maps. Yes, those paper things that unfold and your kids will get a real kick out of that.
You know, and it's not a horrible idea to have a map in your car in case you get yourself into a situation where you don't have the service, or
Or you just want to throw a dart and say, where are we going next?
there you go. That would be fun too.
Yeah. So,
All right.
yes.
Well, thanks for joining us on the road. We hope you learned something,
Well, we're glad you joined us.
and we hope that we learned something.
That's the goal today.
All right. Well, we'll catch you next time on
On Check Out Seneca.